Hello, medical insurance students. This is Janet Thompson recording a video check-in with everyone on the Wiki group assignment. So I notice my videos tend to take a little bit of time, so I'm going to try to keep this as short and sweet as possible. So everybody did a Wiki practice assignment, and that assignment went very well. And most everybody got to do the discussion board assignment and get to meet your group members and get acquainted and all that good stuff. So where we're going to start is the Wiki group assignment link itself. And this is where all of your assignment contents are going to be. So first things first, if you need to verify what your group number is and what your topic is and what your section is, this link here at the very top is where you will go to start if you need to do a refresher on that. So there's 12 groups total in this class, so you can find your name, what group number that you're in, what is your group topic, which there's one of 4 topics that it would be, and what your specific part is going to be. So you might have the history, like we do Medicare. Your section might be just the history of Medicare, and then your other group members are responsible for doing their other sections. So that's first things first if you need to verify where you're going to be at. The new place that I just opened up this morning is this link right here, Wiki Group Project. Access this to access your group page. So I'm going to click on that. And then all of our groups are here. I don't know if these are, the order is a little bit weird in this. That kind of drives me nuts, but I can't fix it as of now, so it's going to have to stay like that. You're going to click on the link that is your group number. So let's say we're Medicare. Okay, and when you get to this page for your group members will show there, and you have some tools that you can work with each other. So that includes a discussion board. If you want to make posts just for your group members to interact with them, you can. If you want to send an email, you can do that just for your group members as well. Where you're all going to have to go is this link here that says Group Wiki. So that is where you're going to do your editing. So it brings you up here. I've already got you started. This is a blank wiki page. The headers are there. And lastly, there's a works cited heading at the bottom. So everybody is going to be able to edit this and access this. So when you're ready to put your part in, you can. It's just like what we did with the practice assignment. We go here to edit wiki content, and you're going to put your information under your header. Now, I do want these headers to be formatted a little bit differently from the rest of the text. So you could have some bold put on them, make them a little bit larger font, put an underline on them. I do want all the headers to be consistent within the document. So this is where, as an entire group, you can edit each other's material. So that's one of the purposes of this group assignment. It is very open to collaborative activities. You could put images in if you want to. I'm not going to make that a requirement, but I saw that many in the practice assignment were able to do this. So that is certainly going to be an option if you want to do that, as long as everything looks attractive. And then lastly, the works cited field. Everybody is going to be contributing to this area. So again, just as a review, I'm going to go back to the Wiki group assignment link. And this new link here is where you're going to access your group page. You're going to find your group number to access it. All your group members are there. And then you're going to go to Group Wiki. And your progress has already got started. I've already got your wiki page here and all your headers. So all you need to do is put your piece in for your section. So you do want to make sure you keep your text that you're working on and editing also in a Word document saved, because as this is a group project, every group member can access and edit this. Accidents can happen. Things can get accidentally deleted, and your best tool to combat that is to have it backed up in a Word document. Going back to the Wiki group assignment link, I put some updates here. So each student has a pre-assigned topic. We talked about that. Each group wiki page will have 5 to 6 different headers that you're going to organize your text under. Your writing, again, is going to be done in your voice, no copy and paste. And you're going to each contribute to a works cited. Underneath your assigned heading, you need at least 7 to 10 sentences to form a nice full paragraph written solely by you. At the very end of the wiki is a works cited area each student will contribute to, and each student must contribute 3 minimum website sources to the works cited portion. The headings should have the font formatted different from the rest of the text. Like I mentioned earlier, bold, larger font, underlined. All heading formats should be consistent, so if it's going to look one way for one of them, it needs to be the same for all of them. You can edit this document as a group, and group members, you can insert images if you choose. I do want you to think about overall what your final product is going to look like. Now, importantly, what a lot of you are probably wondering about, and you know, one of the biggest aspects of a group project is if a group member does not participate to complete their part, then I, as instructor, will just remove their heading that they're assigned to, and the wiki group is going to proceed with their remaining members and their assigned headings. So this is a pretty equitable technique that we're using. A lot of group projects are not going to work this way, to where you can just cut out one part and keep going, but that is one of the benefits of the wiki. So it's designed to where you don't necessarily, you know, if you're working cohesively as a team and one student doesn't participate, it's not going to hold you back. There are 2 gradebook items for the group wiki. So one is a gradebook that tracks the contribution and involvement, and this is a group grade. So this is specifically a new type of grading that you know, it's pretty new to me. I've never done anything like this before, but you get a gradebook column based on your group and your group effort. Then there's another gradebook column that's for the final wiki assignment grade that I'm going to put final grades into, and that is because that final grade column is weighted. This whole class is weighted. You know, this group project's 15% of the grade, so just logistically, that's how I need it to work. And I won't get into all the details because that's, you know, instructor stuff that I have to be aware of. But logistically, there's going to be 2 grade books, so it might look a little bit odd, but that's how it's going to work. As a group effort, I will be analyzing the overall look, feel, and consistency of the assignment, along with individual student efforts. And if you have a group member that doesn't participate, it will not be held against your own effort and grade score. However, you do want to have a nice document, a nicely formatted end document as your end result, so that I will be looking at that overall, the look and feel of the document. Be sure to type your part of the group assignment in a Word document and consistently save your progress in this document, along with putting it in Blackboard. So if something happens to your text, like after we, you know, like I said, every group member can edit it and accidents happen. It's just, you know, one of those things. If you get absolutely, you know, accidentally lose your text, you have that backup, so you can just copy and paste it back in there. All right, so the due date is April 23rd, so we have a little over a month. That should be plenty of time for us to get our individual parts written and put into this wiki. And in finals week, I am going to follow up with this assignment, and we'll have you review and access 3 different group wikis covering the remaining 3 topics outside of your group. So if you did Medicare, I'm going to assign you a wiki to review on Medicaid, workers' comp, and TRICARE and CHAMPA. And it'll just be like a brief questionnaire, but we want to have some interaction with each other and you know, make comments on the wikis. That's going to be one of the things you'll do for the finals assignment. So we can, it's kind of for building our community as well in our class, so you can see your classmates' efforts as well. And you will learn a lot. You will learn a lot about the topic that you're doing, and everybody has a different approach, so that's what really makes this assignment so unique. And like I said, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, so we're kind of on a learning curve. But based on the practice assignments, I'm very confident that you guys are going to do just fine. So in conclusion, the group project again is due April 23rd. You can access your group topic here on this download. The wiki group project link is where you're going to go to actually access your wiki. And again, you're going to click on your group number. And you have different tools that you can utilize if need be, but you are going to go to Group Wiki. Your wiki shell, as I guess I would call it, is already there with your headings. So all you need to do is put your text in, edit the text on these headings, and maybe you can add some pictures in. If you've got one group member that likes to do that kind of thing, that's fine. Not everybody has to. So I think that is pretty well covered everything. The grading criteria or rubric is here. Now I do want a video, at least one video in this group project. And I do want, you can copy and paste your YouTube text link, but I do like to have like a sentence or so explaining what that link is. Like, this is a video review on how to file a malpractice case, and then, a few spaces, and then you print your, copy and paste your YouTube link. So I do want at least one YouTube link, and you can decide as a group how you want to do that. Each group member could put a YouTube after their section. I do want at least one. Okay, and this is pretty much the overview, so I'm hoping that gives you a good idea what to do. And the last thing I will mention is this last week we had a survey on signing up for a medical coding seminar for ICD-10 practice. So this assignment, I'm about ready to release it this week. It's just a basic assignment where you're going to look up diagnosis codes, like a diagnosis code for a flu vaccine or a diagnosis code for, I don't know, tonsillitis. And you're going to learn how to use these coding books. And this really needs to be done hands-on in person. However, there's a few exceptions. So I know a lot of you have had medical coding with me in the fall. So you don't have to come to a seminar then, especially if you have a book. You can complete the assignment on your own. But you're going to check your options. You need to put in your first and last name for me. And you can RSVP for a seminar. You can select it. You've already had medical coding class, or you can plan to obtain your own ICD-10 book. So we are going to use ICD-10 2019. I provide the books in the seminar, and they stay in our computer lab, but I do have those for us to practice with and utilize. But you can, if you want to purchase your own book, especially if you're going to go into medical coding in the fall, that's a possibility. And then there's 4 different dates that you can RSVP for. So these are the only 4 dates that will be offered. So just keep that in mind. But just a little bit extra information. Once I get these survey results in at the end of this week, I'll send you an email that confirms your coding seminar session. All right, that is everything for now for me. So we are going to have another meeting this Wednesday, and we're going to review material from Chapter 8, which is a review of different insurance plans, like the Affordable Care Act and different private insurances. So in the meantime, be working on your part in your group project. Save your progress in a Word document. And if you have any questions, let me know.